Hey friend, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca, and today we're going to be talking about how to start your very own print-on-demand business that you can work as a side hustle from home, anytime, anywhere, and how to make it profitable. First, let's go over a very simple overview of print-on-demand. What is it? What does this mean? It's a business model where you design products such as t-shirts, mugs, pillows, anything that you can print a design on. You're going to be designing these designs online, and then you upload your designs onto a third-party website, and that third party will sell them for you and directly ship your products out to your customers. So all you're doing is the behind the scenes work, and then another company that you partner with will be doing the shipping and the selling for you. So what are the benefits of a print-on-demand company? Well, it's going to be low upfront costs, it's going to be low risk, and no inventory. In addition, it's something that you can do anytime, anywhere, because you're doing everything on your end online. That makes this a perfect side hustle with potential for massive growth, because you can really turn it into a career if you're looking to do so. Now, if you stick around to the end of this video, you will have all the tools that you need and all of the information on how to start your very own print-on-demand business and all of the steps that it will take to make your business profitable. So if that's of interest to you, be sure to stick around, and we do this type of content on this channel all the time, so go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like button to help me out, and thanks so much. Let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so step number one is going to be to choose our niche. Now, you may be saying, why can't I just try different things? And you can try different things, but it's important to eventually choose your specific niche that you're going to be targeting, because it's very challenging to target everyone in a competitive market. And the more narrowed in, the more honed in on your specific audience and niche, the more successful you can be. So when you target a specific niche, this is going to help you to stand out amongst the crowd and be able to really focus and do that one specific niche very well. So in this print-on-demand side hustle, the niches are going to be pretty fun and pretty versatile. So let's go over a quick list of some fun and popular niches that might be good options for you. And this list is very finite, so there are way more things that you can do. Okay, so some popular niches are going to be pet supplies, pet lovers, fitness enthusiasts, gamers, and eco-conscious consumers. Now, this is just a few examples, and in order to find your best niche, what I want you to do is to actually grab a sheet of paper, write down all of your interests, hobbies, anything that you tend to spend a lot of time thinking about or studying, anything that interests you. That can be a great place to start. So when you're doing your research, you can use tools such as Google Trends, Etsy, Pinterest, and Amazon to see what's trending. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the first one so that you can see the profitable items for you and the niches that might work for you. And this way you can continue this process with the different tools. Let's go to Etsy.com. Okay, and so you can see here stuff that's already trending. Of course, anything seasonal is going to be trending. We can also do some targeted keyword research. So anything that you have on your list of interests or anything that you're interested in is going to be great to start searching. So let's say, for example, you are interested in dogs. So we're gonna write dog, and then you can see what comes up. You've got dog tag, dog collar, dog bandana, collar, leather. So these are a couple of things. Now I'm gonna write these things onto my list, and from there I'm gonna have a first list of some options. Now what you can do also is to get even more specific in your niche. You can go ahead and choose one of these that you're interested in. So let's say dog bandana is one, and that's a pretty easy one to start off with in your print-on-demand business. So we're going to say dog bandana, and we're going to see what comes up here in our keyword research. So personalized, pattern, Christmas, fall. And so as I'm recording this, it is fall, and so we are seeing that these trends are coming up. And so as the seasons go along, you're probably going to see that change, of course. And so these are a couple of things that you can start with. So you can just repeat that process with all of your different interests. That way you can get a couple of good ideas on where to start and what's trending. If it pops up, then those are some good keywords that are trending that relate to your specific niche that you're interested in. And if nothing pops up, then maybe it's not a popular enough niche to really succeed in. I would recommend not starting off with tons and tons and tons of different products, but just starting off with a few to really, again, target and hone in, really do those few excellently and learn from the process. Okay, so now that we have seen how to research our niche related keywords and analyze which designs are popular, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we balance our interests with market demand. Make sure that you test a few of these ideas out before you fully commit to one. Okay, let's move on to step number 2, which is going to be to design your products. The first thing that we're going to talk about when it comes to design is your design skills. Now you may be wondering, Rebecca, do I need to be a professional designer? Because I don't know that I have the time and the money to go back to school for design training. And don't worry, because you don't need to be a professional designer to succeed in print-on-demand business. So there are plenty of free softwares that anybody can use without being a professional designer. So Canva, Photoshop, Procreate, and these tools can really help you to succeed whether or not you are a professional designer. So just don't worry if you're not a professional designer. That is totally okay. You can totally succeed without being one. And as you get started in this process, just keep in mind that it does take a little bit of time to get used to whatever platform or tool that you choose to start using. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to it, a little bit of practice, but if it feels pretty overwhelming at first, just know that that is totally normal and okay, and it will get much easier and it really won't take that long. Keep in mind that your designs do not need to be too complex or extensive. Simple word-based designs, text designs, and simple drawings and designs like that can also be very, very, very lucrative. So you do not need to always assume that more complexity is going to be more profitability. Really, sometimes less is more in design and in what people are looking for in products. Minimalistic designs are very popular these days, so you've got lots of options regardless of your skill level. I also would like to encourage you to look on sites like Pinterest and Etsy and Instagram and TikTok to see what other people are putting out. You don't want to copy them, but you can definitely get ideas from other accounts and other businesses and get some inspiration from others. See what's working well, see what's popular, what's selling, and go from there. What are you able to do? What are you able to compete with? Take an idea that you see, adapt it, make it even better, make it your own, and that can be a great business model to succeed on print on demand. Okay, so a couple of tips for your print on demand designing. First of all, make sure that you're choosing high contrast colors and designs so that they're going to pop on various different backgrounds. Secondly, you want your fonts and your readability to be taken into consideration. So if your fonts are too cutesy, people will not be able to understand them sometimes, and they will not be as likely to sell. So sometimes you gotta keep it simple, and as cute as a font may be, you're just gonna have to forgo it for the sake of readability and sellability. I think I just made that word up. Make sure that you're using clean and readable fonts, especially for designs that are very heavy with text. It's important that it's readable. Now, not every design has to be Arial font. Some designs you're gonna want a cute font, but make sure that it is fairly readable regardless. Maybe ask your friends and family members if they can read it, what it says. That might help you to avoid a situation where nobody's able to read it but yourself. Finally, as we are discussing designing, I want you to be very well aware of copyright issues. So we want to avoid any copyright issues as we begin our designing. It's very important that you're making your own original designs. Like I said before, you can get inspiration from other creators, but you don't want to copy their designs in any way, shape, or form. If you can make a spin that is truly original off of something and you do it better, then that's fine. But if you're in any way copying their content or even their intellectual ideas, you could end up in a sticky situation where your entire business gets shut down. So please be careful of this and use your creativity, use ChatGPT, whatever you need to do to get your own content ideas. Step number 3 is going to be to choose your print-on-demand platform. So we've got several major platforms on my list here: Printful, Printify, and Teespring. And then there's also some marketplaces that work well in conjunction with print-on-demand businesses such as Etsy and Redbubble. Now, in addition to these, you can also start your own e-commerce business on sites such as WooCommerce or Shopify. And any one of these is going to work just fine for your business. As you're choosing your platform, you want to take into consideration a few different things. First of all, you want to do a comparison of each one. Make sure that as you choose, you are comparing the pricing of each platform, the variety of products that are available to be listed on that platform. Some of them have no restrictions, others of them may have some restrictions of types of products. And then in addition, you've got shipping times and availability, and then different integrations that are available on each platform. So as you're doing your research, make sure that you're looking into all of these different aspects, because that is going to affect your business in the long run. I would recommend, if you're just getting started and you are not confident, you're not sure what to do, how to start, that you start with a platform such as Etsy to get your feet wet and to get comfortable. It has many integrations already readily available, but WooCommerce also has easy integration abilities with these platforms, and so really there's a lot of options out there. The last thing that we're going to go over with choosing your platform is setting up your platform. Don't worry, because it's really pretty simple, and let me just walk you through starting an account on my screen right now and just show you just how easy it is to do. All you need to do is just put in your basic information, set up your account, and then easily upload a design, and you're ready just like that. So each platform is obviously going to be slightly different from the others, but they're all going to be pretty easy depending on which one you do. And you can also research which one is the easiest for other print-on-demand businesses for a beginner and which one's going to be the easiest to get started on. Like I said, my recommendation would probably be Etsy to list them on, but then Printify is pretty easy to do in conjunction with Etsy. And if you really want to take it seriously and avoid potential disasters like one that I've previously talked about going through on this channel, then avoid Etsy altogether and go straight to WooCommerce. And if you need help with your WooCommerce store, I have free resources. Please stick to the end of this video. I will go over all of that for you, so don't worry about that. Okay, so as we were talking about the print-on-demand platform, this kind of goes hand in hand with the next step, step 4, which is setting up your online store. Now, some of these print-on-demand platforms actually can double as your store, as we were talking about, but some of them cannot. You can set up Shopify, WooCommerce, or Etsy, something like that, and I would definitely recommend setting up your own store in addition to the ones that allow you to just list it on their own site, because you're going to be able to take your business a lot further when you list your own products yourself as well. And like I said, if you want to do WooCommerce, I do have resources. I have a full step-by-step guide on how to set that up, so that link is going to be in the description if you're interested in that. But let's talk about why you need a storefront. Because maybe you're thinking, oh, I can just list them on Printify. But when you have a storefront, it's definitely going to increase your credibility and give a professional touch to your business. Now, let's talk about WooCommerce versus Etsy. As I briefly touched on before, using Etsy can be risky because, as I have personally experienced, Etsy can randomly shut down your account at any time that they please, with or without a valid reason. Now, of course, in their minds or in their system, there's always a valid reason, but a lot of people have had this same experience that I have had of getting their shop shut down without any valid reason. And so it's just not a very safe play. I was devastated when my entire shop got shut down. That was my whole business that I had built over the course of at least a year. And so it was just very devastating, and I wouldn't want anybody to have to go through that. Now, when you start your own shop on WooCommerce, you're going to have total control over your shop. You own the rights to everything if you do it the right way. So that's why I would say that if you don't know what you're doing as far as that goes, use my free course. I will walk you through those things. That being said, Etsy also has its own pros in the sense that it has free marketing for you. Now, it's not entirely free. I believe you have to pay 10 or 20 cents per listing, so it's not free marketing, but it's cheap, and it does pretty well when you learn how to do the SEO on your own. But then again, you can also do the same SEO on your own website, on your own platform, and on social media for absolutely free. So really, which one is the better option? In my opinion, WooCommerce is the better option, but Etsy is easy to get started in, and that's why I do recommend it for a beginner. If you're very new, very green, uncomfortable, not sure what to do, how to get started, Etsy will help you to get used to how it all works. Etsy is going to give you basically a built-in audience, but you're also going to have a lot more competition there. You're also going to have to continuously do SEO to get seen and to compete with the competitors, and that does take also work to learn how to do. Okay, so another thing that you want to focus on as you're setting up your store or your shop is branding. You want to make a strong brand for your business and build credibility for yourself and your brand. Start with a brand name and a logo. So you want to choose a memorable name that is simple enough to stick in people's minds. You also want to create a simple logo. Doesn't need to be too complex. You can definitely use Canva if you need a free tool, or logomaker.com. But I would say Canva is great, and it's a good idea to start learning how to use Canva if you're going to do a print-on-demand business and you're not a professional designer yet. Another thing to work on is your product listings. Once again, on Canva, you can use free mock-up tools to create great listing photos. And you want to make sure that as you're doing this, you're also focusing on writing engaging product descriptions and using high quality images and mock-ups, like I said. And I will show you here on the screen exactly how to do that as well in Canva. It's very simple and easy to do. Okay, and finally, like I have said already, when you list your listings, you want to optimize them for SEO. So you are basically going to take the keywords that you did your keyword research on before. So you want to make sure that you're using keywords that are related both to your niche and to the specific product that you are posting. And you want to go ahead and use the same technique for keyword research that I showed you in the beginning, and make sure that you are optimizing each of your listings for SEO in that way. You can use tags, you can use the title, and you can use the description. And on some platforms, there are even more ways to add in these keywords, and each option is going to help you as you repeat those keywords in each of those sections. It's going to help you to make the front page in your niche. Okay, so step 5 is going to be marketing your store. In any online business, marketing is always going to be very essential because you don't have the word of mouth. You don't have, community in the local setting that is going to help your business to grow. So everything is strictly online. You need to focus on your marketing. Marketing is absolutely key to attracting customers. You will not get any sales without visibility. Now, there is paid marketing and there is free marketing, and both of these are very important. Free marketing tactics are going to include social media, content marketing, and simply the inherent value of your products. With social media, you can use platforms including Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, and these are going to be great for showcasing your products. There are plenty of ways to come up with content for social media marketing, such as offering styling tips to your customers, how to style the product that they're buying from you, showing customer reviews, and showing unboxings on your page. There are plenty more ideas like this, and if you're looking for social media content ideas, I do post social media content ideas every month on this channel, so go ahead and subscribe, or you can grab the latest one. I will link it on the screen for you right now. But another way to get free marketing, like I mentioned already, is content marketing. And this means that you're going to be starting a blog or a YouTube channel or something along those lines that's related to your niche. And so you're going to be able to drive organic traffic to your store through valuable content that you provide. Let's talk about paid marketing next. So a couple of tactics that you can use for paid marketing are going to be Facebook and Instagram ads. There's also YouTube ads, TikTok ads, everything ads. If there's a platform you know of, there's probably ads that you can buy on that platform. You can buy Pinterest ads, you name it. For example, on Pinterest, all you have to do is create basically a normal pin, but you create it as a paid ad. Make sure that you're adding your SEO in there, and that's going to target your specific audience, and you're good to go. Finally, another way to do paid marketing is to utilize influencer marketing. If you don't want to do content marketing yourself, if you're not ready to be in front of the camera or commit to an entire content marketing journey, such as YouTube or a blog, then you can reach out to other bloggers, other YouTubers, TikTokers, and you can pay them to promote your product and use the audience that they have already built up. Finally, let's talk about email marketing and retargeting. You can use an email list to build a list of potential customers, and you can retarget past customers and past visitors to your site with discounts and promotions. And so you can do this on your own blog or your own website, your own WooCommerce site, and this is a great way to also land sales. Alright guys, now let's talk about one of the most crucial aspects to running your successful print-on-demand business, and that's going to be managing your finances and setting your prices for profit. This is where you turn your hard work into real income, and it's going to take a bit of strategizing. So first things first, let's make sure that we're setting realistic goals. Starting out, your initial goal might be to cover the cost of your designs, marketing, and platform fees. From there, you want to aim to grow your profits by optimizing your pricing and reducing expenses wherever is possible. But it's okay if you're not making a huge profit at first, because growing credibility in the beginning is really, really crucial to the long run of your business success. Make sure that you write down these goals as you are getting started to keep yourself accountable and on track to your progress as time goes by. Now, with print on demand, each sale will come with a base cost set by the print provider. And this means that before you price your product, you need to know exactly what the base cost is. And that means the cost that you're going to be paying for the product itself. For example, if you're selling t-shirts, you have to pay for the original t-shirt, and then in addition to that, you have to pay for the service of the print on to the shirt. So if you are not doing your own printing at home, because what we're talking about today is strictly an online business, no inventory, no upfront cost, then that other company such as Printify is going to be doing the printing for you, and they're also going to be sourcing your product, such as a t-shirt. They're going to be sourcing that for you. That means that you really do need to know what the base cost is going to be before you even price your products. Let's say, for example, that your t-shirt has a base price of $10, but you want to add a $10 product. That means your retail price is going to be about $20. But let's go ahead and break that down a little bit further. So to set a sustainable price, you want to factor in all of the expenses, not just the cost of the production. This is going to include platform fees such as Etsy fees. It's going to include transaction fees from your payment processors and any marketing expenses if you're running ads. And here's a quick formula to help you figure out your baseline price. I'm going to pop it up on your screen right now. So all you're going to do is take your base cost plus any additional fees plus the marketing cost plus the desired profit, and that will equal the price that you're going to price your product at. For example, if the t-shirt base cost is $10 and you estimate $2 for fees on Etsy and $3 for marketing for that sale, then to make a $10 profit, you'd have to add all those things together. In addition to the $10, you're going to need to price it around $25. Now, another thing that we want to consider in our pricing is your competitors' pricing. So you want to do some research on what your different competitors are pricing their products at. Go ahead and look at similar products, how they're priced on platforms such as Etsy, Redbubble, and Teespring. And while you don't want to undercut yourself, it's definitely helpful to stay competitive in your niche, because if you overprice way more than the rest of the competition, it's going to be pretty hard to compete for those sales. Unless, of course, you've already built up a ton of credibility and popularity. But right now, we're just getting started, right? So we're going to start competitively for sure and go from there. Now, you can always adjust your price if needed, of course, but ensure that your profit margin is always solid. Okay, and finally, you need to track your expenses and your finances regularly. Use a simple spreadsheet, or you can use an app to monitor your expenses, your revenue, and your profit. And this is going to help you to make sure that your business is able to maintain longevity and grow in the long run. This is going to also make it easier to see what's working and where you might need to adjust your finances in your business. As you grow, try experimenting with pricing to see how changes are going to affect sales volume and overall profit. Now, managing finances and setting the right price can feel a bit daunting at first, but once you find a formula that works, you'll have a steady path forward to profitability. Taking the time to get it right really pays off in the long run. All right, so with your finances in check, you are well equipped to keep scaling up your business and growing in the long run. So let's go ahead and move on to the final section. Okay, in this last section, we are going to be scaling and optimizing. So here's how to take your business to the next level. All right, so number one, you want to analyze your best-selling products. So you want to identify what's working, and you want to really double down on those particular products. You want to add more variations of those products and or additional products that are related to those same best sellers. So number two is to consider expanding to other marketplaces. You want to consider listing your products on additional platforms like Amazon or eBay, or even other platforms. If you just chose one of the ones that we went over before, you can expand to more of those now. Number three is you want to refine your marketing strategy. So you want to analyze what's been working best for you. If you've been using social media or ads or anything, make sure that you're analyzing all of those different marketing platforms and arenas and see what's been working best. Go ahead and analyze what's bringing the best returns to you. Try different things. Make sure that you adjust your budget accordingly. Remember, print on demand is a long game. With consistent effort, you will be able to grow your business and make it a profitable side hustle and expand into a full-time gig. All right, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for spending your time with me. I'm honored that you would take your time to be here with me, and I truly hope that this information was helpful to you today. If it was, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing, because we do this type of content all the time, and I would love to see you back here again. And guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. What niche are you considering starting in the print-on-demand world? I would love to hear from you, and until next time, just remember that you are loved, you are not alone, and you've got this. All right, bye-bye.